This episode, Brad Pitt. Yes, Brad Pitt is a contributor to Black History Month. That's pretty cool, right? I think it's really cool. I've always been a fan of Brad Pitt. I don't know, just got that swag, that youthful exuberance, and now he's an OG. But a lot of people don't have a clue about Brad Pitt's impact on Black History Month, Black history, and cinema. You ready? Let's jump right in. I've got my notes here, guys, to keep me honest. But I'm always talking about branding and intentional branding, or the branding that you never really got an opportunity to see, but it's there. You see, branding is not only what you see, it's really exactly what you do, whether it's seen or not, for the people in your network, in your ecosystem, or your customers or clients. Yeah. So back to Brad Pitt. Why is he being celebrated? Well, according to my notes, we know that Brad Pitt is the purveyor, okay? He is the head, the big guy, and it's called Plan B Entertainment. That's the name of the company, Plan B Entertainment. Yeah, we are live, and you are getting it real, true, and uncut. All right? So, what's this Plan B Entertainment? Well, he started this production company a while as a producer so he could pick and greenlight films. Yep. So let's dig in. The reality of the situation is Brad Pitt has become one of the most effective architects of Black excellence in modern cinema. Hi. Yes, one of the most effective architects in modern cinema as it relates to Black excellence. Okay, so where are we going with this? Not only has he supported films with extraordinary talent and good storytelling, but he's actually had the power to greenlight them. In other words, make it happen. We're talking Brad Pitt. He would go and support, or at least look into, greenlighting films that studios, a lot of studios, traditional studios, wouldn't even touch. And the results have been astounding, absolutely astounding. Brad Pitt, yeah, the superstar, the guy who just has iconic films. But he's got iconic films that he's behind. You see, there's a superstar here that used his leverage to extend his brand and his power. So let's look at it. Let's start with Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen is a director, writer, producer, whatever, but he had a film called 12 Years a Slave. Yeah, it was. Lupita got an Academy nomination from that film. Chiwetel Ejiofor was in the film. Brad Pitt was in the film. A lot of rock stars were in this film. I mean, massive Hollywood talent. And it did really well at the box office, but it exposed the story that needed to be told. And Brad Pitt got it made, pushed it through. So he's talking about and acting on Black stories, Black directors, and creating Black stars. Brad Pitt. Not once, but over and over and over. I think it's part of his strategy. Let's talk about F1 the movie. I've done a couple of episodes about F1 the movie because I am an advocate of racing, motorsports racing, and in particular F1, bringing new audiences to it in a brand capacity and also understanding the dynamics of it. But Brad Pitt had the power to make this film and get F1 on board, and also make sure he got the support from the teams and had something for the fans. But who was his co-star? Side by side, rocking right there with him, it was a young and talented Damson Idris. Remember that name. This guy's the next Denzel, maybe? Michael B, I don't know. The guy's talented. And we saw him side by side in F1 the movie with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt made that happen. He made it happen because he knew that there was talent here and a future, something special in Damson Idris. He knew that. He saw that. But he didn't look past it. He brought him in. And Damson Idris did the damn thing. I was really impressed with that. Brad Pitt. So, as I look at it, there was another film called The Last Black Man in San Francisco. And then one's coming up called Americana. Well, Brad Pitt's on a roll. And see, he has the power. So he's using his brand to elevate opportunities in cinema for those who might be overlooked, ignored, or outright pushed out. But he knew how to do it because he does it all the time, and he's got the star power. He's got the grit. He's got the money. And he's got the opportunity to open doors where doors are traditionally shut. You know, I'm an entrepreneur in the film business, media, and branding. And I can tell you after 33 years, I understand that getting the bootstrap, and they say bootstrap, lift yourself up. And that's great. We can do that. But there's going to be a point where someone has to open the door. So you can climb that ladder to that door. But if the door is shut, there's nothing you can do. Real talk. But Brad Pitt had an answer for that. He said, in his own way, I see you. I'm going to move this barrier because it shouldn't be there anyway. Who does that? Who steps up like that? Brad Pitt does. And there are a lot of others, and that's a part of his brand. I mean, I really want my brand to be about helping people, and I think I'm getting there. But wow, that says a lot about this guy. It really does. He is actively correcting a market failure that ignores Black brilliance. He's affecting that, not talking about it. Yeah, that's what's up. Someone says Brad Pitt screams at his wife and children. I didn't know you were there, but don't miss the message, okay, guys? Don't miss the message. Don't do that. Just stay on point with me here, because I'm trying to help you, not necessarily make you a Brad Pitt fan, but just help you understand that if you are powerful, or you get there, or even if you don't see yourself as powerful, your brand still has to do with not only what you do and how you serve, but are you the kind of person that can actually open doors, create opportunities, and execute fairness? Is that a part of your brand? Let's wrap it up, guys. I know, being Black in this industry, I felt the weight and the difficulties, all right? I felt the weight of when doors didn't open. But you know what? There were a few, just enough of people who were not Black. They may have been white or Hispanic or Latino or Jewish, who saw something in myself and our team, and they supported it, and they believed. And we had to work hard to earn that trust and keep that trust. And that's something we have to do all the time. Sometimes we hit and sometimes we missed. But at least we had the opportunity to do it. So as we close, guys, I'm going to ask you to do subscribe, leave comments, let us know what you think. But more importantly, did you get something out of this message about Brad Pitt and many others who have ultimately changed the course of opportunities by getting involved? That's what I got for you guys. Now, I want to holler and give a shout out to Miami-Dade, because during Black History Month, for the remainder of this week, there are events, musicals, art exhibits, dance. All you got to do is go to miamidade.gov/Black History Month. We appreciate them for their support and appreciate you for being here, guys. Thank you for your time. Be sure to have a great rest of the week. I'm going to turn off now and enjoyed you being here. Thank you.